On the savanna, the lion needs no display. Its mere presence shifts the rhythm of life. One close approach, and formations scatter. One roar, and boundaries are redrawn. The fastest chooses distance, the largest group chooses discipline, yet all yield to the ultimate authority. Its power is not just muscle, but the order the entire plain must obey. Here, the question is not who dares to challenge the lion, but who still stands when it decides to advance. In the southern Serengeti, where grasslands stretch for miles, African wild dogs move like the wind, quick, agile, and tightly coordinated. Each individual weighs about 60 pounds. Working together, they become a master mesh of speed and strategy. Lions and wild dogs rarely clash over food, but territorial disputes are another story. When a male lion detects wild dogs crossing into his range, the atmosphere shifts instantly. A single close approach can scatter the pack's formation. Facing a male lion, wild dog instincts say to fan out, keep distance, and watch from afar, because one well-timed burst can end the encounter in seconds. For the lion, it is a statement. This is their ground. Typically, lions hold a clear power advantage. An adult male can weigh 6 to 7 times as much as a wild dog. Yet muscle does not always guarantee an absolute outcome. When a lioness travels alone or with cubs, she is often more cautious. The aim then is not dominance, but protection. Quick feints and rapid barking can force the larger predator to turn and shield her cubs, then gradually withdraw without injury. This is no longer a simple brush over territory, but a testament to differences within the natural order. On one side is raw strength, on the other is discipline and tact. In the haze of dust, nature writes another chapter about boundaries and respect among those who survive. Spotted hyenas are among the most organized predators in Africa. Adults average about 140 pounds, with jaws generating more than 1,000 psi of bite force. Their clans are female-led. Females are typically larger, more decisive than males, and maintain clear order. Living in large groups that can exceed 80 individuals, hyenas coordinate tightly in both offense and defense. They not only hunt for themselves, but also track opportunities to seize meals from others, such as lions or leopards. Once enough gather, they may even challenge an adult lioness. A familiar tactic is to split the opponent's focus, closing in from multiple angles at once to pressure the lion to abandon the meal. Each individual understands its role and moves precisely to the rhythm of the clan. Under such steady pressure, lions develop responses to reduce long-term competition. At times, they follow scent to hyena den areas. If the den entrance is shallow or exposed, a rapid approach can cause the mother to break formation and young to move out of close supervision. By targeting the source, lions can partly limit the future strength of a large, persistent clan. As for adult hyenas, the authority of a male lion can reset the entire scene. A confrontation can be decided without excessive force. If they persist, the result can be a serious setback. On this day, the meal remains with the lions. The hyena clan withdraws in order, conserving energy for another chance. Leopards are solitary hunters, weighing about 130 pounds, yet faster and more agile than any rival on the grasslands. They live hidden, often choosing high tree branches or rocky ridges to track prey and stay safe from larger predators. A flexible body, sharp eyes, and rapid reflexes are the shields that keep this species alive. When a lion approaches, if the leopard reacts early, it launches like an arrow. Reaching speeds over 35 miles per hour, a leopard can sprint up a tree trunk in seconds and slip out of reach. From above, it watches every movement below, breathing fast, yet eyes steady. Alertness and quick response are the two skills that carry it through countless encounters. However, if an entire lion pride detects and surrounds it, the chance of escape becomes almost zero. Lionesses coordinate to block escape routes, while a male uses presence and power to set control. A leopard may be an expert at evasion, but when every exit is sealed, it is forced to look for one extremely narrow opening in the circle. One wrong step, and all advantages of lightning reactions fade quickly. Even when high in the trees, a leopard is not completely safe. Lions, especially younger lionesses, can sometimes climb up to claim the meal. Both determine the landing point, and the meal remains with the lions. On the grasslands, there is no permanent shelter, only brief moments of fragile balance between power and survival. On the savanna, the cheetah is the emblem of speed. With a body of about 120 pounds, long legs, a flexible spine, and the ability to accelerate from 0 to 60 miles per hour in just a few seconds, it is the fastest in any chase. Yet speed is not always enough to protect it from lions, the dominant hunters of this land. Typically, a cheetah can escape a lion thanks to its speed advantage. With early detection, it arcs away and disappears from view within seconds. But in certain careless moments, when a lion closes in too much, reflexes, no matter how quick, may not be enough. A hesitation measured in an instant can be fatal. When competing over prey, the balance tilts toward lions. After bringing down a meal, a cheetah must eat quickly to refuel and leave before other predators arrive. If it lingers, it can lose everything. Within the big cat family, the cheetah is the weakest, fastest, yet most vulnerable. On the African savanna, speed helps the cheetah survive, but it does not guarantee safety. Power and control still belong to the lion, while the cheetah holds its place through vigilance and wise choices in every stride across a land that allows no room for mistakes. On the grasslands, the journey to adulthood for a lion is a constant test of instinct and order. Out of 10 cubs born, only about 4 survive to adulthood. Losses come from other predators and even strange male lions seeking to take over. In the first months of life, cubs hide in thick bushes, relying completely on their mother. Hyenas, leopards, and rock pythons lurk near dense grass, making every step require caution. By 2 years old, young males leave the pride and begin wandering dozens of miles per day to avoid conflict and search for territory of their own. This is a harsh filtering stage. The weak fall behind, while the resilient learn to survive through alertness and disciplined energy. Territorial competition is the turning point of adulthood. Male lion coalitions, usually 2 to 4 individuals, jointly hold areas spanning 30 to 120 square miles. They patrol each night, leave scent marks, and send roars carrying for miles to assert control. When 2 male coalitions meet, conflict can erupt intensely, but usually does not last long. The winners are typically the group with a numerical edge, steady endurance, and tight coordination. The weaker withdraw quickly to avoid injury, while the victors secure territory and breeding rights within the pride, a result driven by both survival instinct and strategy. Controlling territory also protects food sources and cubs. New coalitions sometimes target existing offspring to reduce future competition. In response, lionesses act decisively, splitting the pride, creating distractions, and moving cubs to more hidden places to reduce risk for the next generation. Across many seasons, any individual that holds territory for 2 to 3 years reaches a peak, nearing 420 pounds, seasoned by experience and carrying enough authority to keep balance across a broad stretch of grassland, where every creature lives by the rhythm of strength, order, and natural limits. After facing the giants of the wild, The honey badger returns to its refined instincts as a small-scale hunter. Across the dry plains, it spots a tortoise moving slowly under the blazing sun. The honey badger studies it carefully, then flips it over with its steel-strong claws. But biting or breaking through the thick shell proves impossible. It experiments with different angles, then skillfully works through small gaps to reach the nutritious parts inside. For the honey badger, it's a well-earned meal, fueling its strength under the harsh sunlight, a perfect mix of skill, patience, and determination. But it doesn't stop there. The honey badger also preys on young crocodiles, and with even greater daring, it sometimes challenges an adult resting near the edge of the reeds. Sensing danger, the crocodile quickly retreats into cover. Yet the honey badger stays relentless, tracking, circling, and waiting for a safe opening. In its world, even armored scales and sharp jaws are no match for endurance and unshakable courage. Across the parched savanna, the elephant is the emblem of absolute strength. Over 10 feet tall and weighing tens of thousands of pounds, a single step can make the earth tremble. By contrast, the honey badger stands under a foot tall, yet in the wild, size rarely limits resolve. When the two meet, the elephant warns with a low rumble and a dramatic dust-throwing display. Even so, the honey badger does not retreat. It moves forward as if challenging fate itself. Though one shove could cause serious harm, its stubborn nature keeps it in the standoff. Sometimes the elephant itself stops, unsettled by such audacity, and then walks away in silence, a quiet acknowledgement of a small creature's remarkable courage. On the Kalahari savanna, the lion stands as a symbol of power. Every step carries the weight of a ruler. Powerful jaws, steel-like muscles, and a pounce strong enough to bring down an antelope in seconds. In its world, few dare to challenge it, except one small but remarkably tenacious creature, the honey badger. When they face off, the honey badger arches its back and hisses a warning. That boldness makes the lion pause, uncertain. In a brief silence, a hunter's memory repeats an old lesson. This small opponent is best left alone. Whether meeting a single lion or a pride, the honey badger holds its ground. Thick, resilient skin and an unyielding spirit keep it standing. At times, it even pushes back, prompting the pride to withdraw. Most encounters end without injury. In a land where strength often rules, true power sometimes lies in memory. and in the respect reserved for courage. As night falls over the desert, the honey badger shifts strategy. Moonlight glints off its two-toned fur like silver armor. It digs through layers of sand with powerful foreclaws, searching for insects, scorpions, and small snakes. Scorpion venom has little effect on it. With a single bite, the prey vanishes into the night. This meticulous hunting behavior helps maintain ecological balance, controlling small animal populations and keeping the system steady. The honey badger has an impressive memory for the location of beehives. It remembers by season, trails, hollow trunks, and wind patterns carrying the scent of wax. Long, sturdy claws allow it to dig and pry through rotted wood easily, targeting the honeycomb packed with honey and larvae. Bee stings are inevitable, but its thick, elastic skin softens the impact. Honey provides fast energy, while wax and larvae offer fat and protein, a perfect fuel package for a solitary hunter. Pain is a fair price. In nature's equation, nutrition outweighs the sting, and the memory of that hive will guide it back when the season returns. In the dense grasslands and near riverbanks, the honey badger not only hunts, it competes for food. Sometimes it struggles when hunting a python and gets caught in the snake's coils. But fortune intervenes when a jackal approaches, giving it a chance to break free. The moment it escapes, the honey badger counterattacks, challenging the python for control while guarding against the jackal. In the end, it quickly secures victory, dragging the python into the thorny brush to protect its prize. Across the African savanna, where sunlight burns like gold, the honey badger hunts alone. In encounters with snakes, the honey badger is a master of reflexes. When it spots a slight movement in the grass, it charges almost by instinct. A precise strike, aimed at the head, ends the encounter before the snake can retaliate. Even when bitten, its body endures. Within minutes, it recovers and continues. The honey badger's immune system is considered remarkable, allowing it to resist the venom of black mambas and cobras, predators even lions avoid. When the snake climbs a tree to escape, the honey badger follows. It climbs skillfully, gripping the trunk like steel hooks, circling the branches to keep the advantage. From above, it studies the snake's movements and estimates the fall point if it drops. Every move is calculated, waiting for the perfect moment to cut off escape and end the pursuit in an instant. The honey badger is one of Africa's toughest and most intelligent mammals. Ranging from the Sahara Desert to the plains of southern Africa, it adapts to temperatures from 40 degrees Fahrenheit to over 110 degrees Fahrenheit. Its low, sturdy build, along with thick and elastic skin, makes it nearly immune to bites and stings. Weighing an average of 20 to 35 pounds and measuring about 2.5 feet in length, its climbing and digging skills far exceed what its size suggests. Its survival depends on an exceptional memory, recalling the location of beehives, how to open a turtle's shell, and even how to use simple tools. Between the wind sweeping through dry grass and the blaze of sunset, the savanna closes another cycle of survival. Lions continue patrolling in silence, upholding order over the land they command. Every hunt, every scar is a chapter in nature's epic, where strength and wisdom coexist. If viewers love stories of the wild and want to keep exploring the natural world, they can like, subscribe, and turn on notifications. The journey of the king of the savanna is far from over. Each day, a new story begins.